Hey everybody, welcome to the 38th episode of the Let's Talk Weekly podcast. In February of 2016, I spoke with the amazing artist and cosplayer Torimani. We explored her love of manga, anime and cartoons, cosplay, how she entered the realm of cosplay, attending her first convention, what attracted her to want to study art. There's even some geeking out over a certain blue hedgehog and two-tailed fox. Maybe you've heard of them. And one more thing before we get this show on the road. I just want to say that I'm very proud of Tori for graduating college at the end of 2016. She does a fantastic job with her art, so please be sure to follow and support her on her journey. She does accept commissions, by the way.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Weekly podcast.
Can you tell me a little about yourself, Tori? How your background, how much you want to share with everyone, and kind of how you started Torimani.
Okay. Well, basically, I've been an artist for a while now. Um, since I've been drawing since I was like 5, and I've always been interested in like anime and like cartoons and all that stuff. And I basically, around junior year of high school, I started becoming more serious about my artwork and wanting to sell it and all that stuff. So I obviously had to come up with a name. At first, my name was Tori Technicolor, but then I realized it sounded more like a music name, and I wasn't making music at the time. I make beats now, but I wasn't making music at the time. So I transferred to Tokyo Terror Art, and I really liked that name because I was born in Japan, and I really have a connection like Japanese culture. So I thought that was like a really good name. And just recently, I realized I want to basically like mature. You know, I'm 21, I'm about to be 22 in like a month. So I really need to like, I guess, be more professional. And I've always had a connection to the name Torimani. I said I was going to use that if I ever was to create a fashion line. And right now, like, I don't do fashion design. It was just at the time I really wanted to, but like I only do cosplay now. So yeah, so hence Torimani came, and that's what I go by now, my art name and my cosplay name. So
Okay. Yeah, because I think I tried looking up some of your stuff at Tokyo Terror Art. I thought that it sounded like a band name too. Now I thought about it.
does it really?
It does. Maybe I don't know. This Yeah, I don't know. Something about it sounds like a band or
I think that would be really cool. Because it's the thing with Tori Technicolor, I really like techno music. I was planning on becoming like some kind of dubstep producer, kind of like Skrillex, but like that didn't happen, obviously. But but I mean, I make beats now, but I think Torimani basically like it embraces all of what I do, which is producing music, cosplay, my artwork, and like even if I ever were to make a fashion line, do that. It's Torimani because it goes well with anything, So
yeah.
like
It
I really like that
yeah. It's a name that pops. It's just
basically.
I'm thinking in my head like yeah, clothing, music. Yeah, I can see that. It works.
Yeah, because I've always like my name is so plain. Like Tori is such a plain name, and it's not even short for like Victoria. Like it's literally just Tori. So like I really wanted to like I guess merge. I really like my middle name Money, so I was like Tori Money. Like that goes perfectly. Like so I don't know. I really like that, and it's me. I'm not fabricating anything because you know how like some people have like pen names and some people have like I guess these names that um I don't know explain like these names that aren't their names. Like I don't know like if you remember I think I'm trying to think of like artists and all that stuff. Like you know what I'm talking about. Like when people like make like a fake name
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. Like, uh, is Madonna's name really Madonna? Like, I don't know. Is her name really Madonna? Because I have no idea.
That's a good question.
I literally have no idea. But if she, it probably isn't. But things like that. It's like it's not their real name, but that's what they go by.
Yeah,
And that's perfectly okay.
It's that, and then also people who change their age. They say that they're a different age.
Yeah.
It's like the late Chuck Brown. Like I met him a few years ago, and he said he was like 75. It was at a family friend's birthday party. They hired him to perform. So then when he passed, they said he was 75. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know how old you are, but still, it's that but there has to be some level of like secrecy. We don't have to know everybody's information.
Exactly. But her name really is Madonna. I just looked it up.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to look it up too. I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like with like wrestlers. Like there are a few people like John Cena that use their real name, but then there are other ones where it's like Kane. It's like, well, okay, but it's like
exactly.
I think I think his real name is Glenn, so it's like okay.
Yeah, like Wiz Khalifa, his name really isn't Wiz, or his last name isn't Khalifa. So
that's true. Yeah, there's some where I'm like, I'm about to get in trouble for saying Kanye West, but I'm like, nah, it's okay.
But his name is Kanye, so yeah.
At first I was like, is it really? Is that your name? Okay, but I didn't. That's when I didn't know anything.
I'm pretty sure his name is Kanye.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know anything about him. I was like, really?
Yeah,
yeah.
His name's actually Kanye West.
Okay, but so when did you get into like the world of cosplay and everything? I know I've met you and a lot of like cool people in the different groups on Facebook.
Yeah, I got into cosplay. Well, like I told you, I've always been a fan of anime and cartoons, like ever since I was like born. And but I just recently heard about conventions in 2011, I think it was. And obviously, at the time, I was in high school and I didn't have my own car, so there was no way I could ever go. But my first con, where I was able to go, it was MomoCon 2013, and I didn't cosplay then. I just wanted to see how it was to be at a convention, and that was when MomoCon was in March, and it was around my birthday. So I basically was taken because of a birthday present. And I loved it. I fell in love, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like what I live for." So I cosplayed at AWA Anime Week in Atlanta that same year, 2013. And my first cosplay was Rarity from My Little Pony. And I made sure to do something simple. Like it wasn't gonna be like some like huge cut because at the time I didn't really know how to sew all that well. So I was like, okay, let me just try to do something simple. But I basically like had like a white shirt and like a black skirt, and I just like I cut out like some foam and some blue foam to make like the diamonds, and I just spiced it up. But yeah, and that was my first cosplay, and ever since then I've loved cons and cosplaying and all that stuff. My first cosplay where it actually sewed was when I did Shantae at MomoCon 2014. And that was really nice. So, I'm still learning because I'm still fairly new at it. But I love it. Like I love it so much. I love the culture. I love like the people that I've met so many people through cosplay. So many people at conventions. So I really really like that.
Where is MomoCon? I keep hearing about that.
Oh, I'm an Atlanta based cosplayer.
Okay.
I've only been in conventions here in Atlanta. And the three I usually go to are MomoCon, DragonCon, and AWA.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gone to anything outside North Carolina yet.
Yeah, I mean, like, North Carolina isn't that far from Georgia, so you should definitely come. Definitely come to DragonCon. Most of the like it's huge. I think it's like one of the biggest cons in the country, and like so many people from like out of state like come just for DragonCon. So I really think you should come, but it's expensive. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of cons do you like? Like, do you like big cons? Do you like a little bit not as big, but like big enough? Like, is there like a specialty? Are you
Um,
like,
the I've only been to a few, like NC Comic Con, which is my favorite. But then Wizard World Raleigh came last year. It was their first time having that, and then Animazement, which was my first convention. So I can't really judge. I can only go between Animazement to NC Comic Con, whereas Animazement is a little bit, it's just bigger. I
mhm.
mean, but both of them are self-contained in convention centers.
Do you think it's like, do you like a specialty con? Like, there are anime cons or comic cons. Like, do you like have a preference?
I'm, I'm kind of like indifferent. Like I kind of like both, but
Yeah.
and I'm gonna ask you this: like, have you noticed that, like, at least for me, like I know when I've gone to Comic Con, like there seems to be more anime and video game characters there,
Yep.
but at the anime ones, it's
Yeah,
more comic book people.
that's mostly AWA because it's an anime con, and there are so many anime characters, and I don't watch anime as much as I used to. So like, there are people, there are a lot of people who like dress up in these anime things that I would not even know. Like, I have no idea. So it's like, what? But my favorite con is MomoCon because it's like cartoon based,
Okay.
cartoon and video game based. Like, it's like gaming slash animation. So like, and I love anime. Like, that's my future career, like animation, and I love gaming as well. So that's mostly what I love about MomoCon, and because it's a growing con. Like, last year they had like, I think 30,000 people, compared to Dragon Con's usual 60,000, which isn't, I think, that bad, assuming that Dragon Con's like just really off the Richter scale anyway. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but I do see that there are a lot of like anime, you know, people, and not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously, but
Right.
it's just me. I guess as I get older, I don't really watch anime like that anymore, so I wouldn't know.
What kind of anime do you enjoy, or did you?
Um, well, people always ask like, what are my favorite animes? Like, what's my favorite anime of all time? And there's not really a clear answer, but I think if I were to choose a favorite, it would be Sailor Moon because like I grew up with that. Like, that was like Sailor Moon was my life back then. Like, I wanted to be her, and my favorite used to be Mars, but I've watched it like recently the past like 3 years, and I love Venus now. But yeah, and actually cosplayed. I was a part of this. Like, it was like a gangster Sailor Moon thing. At AWA last year, and the voice of Serena, the English version of Sailor Moon, she was there, and so was the voice of Tuxedo Mask, and she came up to me. She was like, "Hey, I just really wanted to say I really like your cosplay, and you're so original, blah blah blah." And I was like, because at first I didn't know who she was. She's like, "I'm Linda Valentine, the voice actress of Sailor Moon," and I was like, "What?"
Nice.
Like, that's crazy. Like, the voice of Sailor Moon complimented my Sailor Venus outfit. Like, that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. But I mean, I really like the magical girl genre. I know it sounds so corny because most people like horror genres or like like the really actiony, like the tech robot type, and they're okay. But like, I really like magical girl, and I really um like slice of life animes. Like, I really like Manga Dio. That's also one of my favorite animes, and I think Haruhi Suzumiya, that was a really good anime because like it was like kind of slice of life, but like also like supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that. But yeah, mostly like the really corny animes, like the really funny ones. So
Because I'm just wondering, because like, for me, like when I was growing up, like when Toonami was a lot bigger than it is now,
yeah.
like I didn't know this stuff was called anime. I just knew it's like it's afternoon cartoons after school, and
The Chinese cartoon.
like, and I didn't know it had like I didn't know it had a name to it. I was just like, it's this cool actiony things, or 'cause, like I watched like, well, I think was it before Toonami, like I think Sailor Moon and stuff was on, it
Yeah,
was on WB for us. Um, that card captors, Pokemon, all that stuff was
yeah,
afternoon, and but I just thought it was cartoons. I didn't know it had like a thing, like it was considered a genre.
hmm
Though.
yeah.
So when did you like figure like learn all that, or did you know that going
I,
into it?
I've known that as long as I can remember.
Okay,
I really have.
okay, because I think like looking at it, I was like, okay, then I think for me noticing that the difference was like looking at stuff like '80s cartoons like GI Joe, no one dies. But
Hmm.
then you
That's
look at
true.
like the shows they were showing on Toonami, people were getting killed or whatever, and it's like, but this is on the same channel. It's on Cartoon Network. This is weird. But I didn't know like there was a history involved with these things until I got older. So,
Okay.
say when you went to like your on the first conventions, like you kind of, I don't know if you did the same thing I did, just kind of like watching. So,
Yeah, I just wanted to observe.
so what got you to like, okay, I'm gonna try this myself next year to like really get involved with the cosplay? So,
Well, I just really like connected. Like I just, like I don't know how to explain it. I just like went to the con and because I was just like watching and I saw so many like characters that I knew. Like I saw like Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh, and I saw like Pokemon cosplays. I saw like I saw Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph. And it's just like it's not limited to like just anime or it's not limited to just gaming. It's like all around. Like I saw like Doctor Who cosplays. I saw like stuff you see in real like Star Wars cosplays. And it's like it's not limited to like one thing. It's just like all people cosplay is like celebrities. Like I saw a Left Shark cosplay, like from the Super Bowl last year. And
oh
I'm
yes.
actually planning on doing like Beyonce what she did with her performance, which was based on like the Black Panthers. I'm planning on doing that for a con this year. Me
Okay.
and a group of other girls. So it's not limited to like one thing, and that I think that's what really like made me feel in place. Because it'd be different if like everybody was anime characters or like everybody was gaming characters. So
Yeah.
like it just made me feel at home. And there might be some conventions where it's like only anime, like they wouldn't like yeah, like make like a little thing where you have to like dress up. But I mean like some of them are like more overwhelmingly one thing than the other. Like I find that Dragon Con is more comic based than the other stuff.
Okay.
And I mean I love comics, but like I would prefer dressing up as like cartoons and all that stuff. So that's just me. But yeah, so uh I just really like how versatile like cosplay is. You can cosplay anything. Like if you think about it, you can cosplay like a steampunk punk version of something. You can cosplay a bikini swimsuit version of something. You can gender bend. You can do this and that, and it's just like it's so cool. Like what you can do with cosplay. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
That's true. I think the first cosplay I think I saw was your Sonic Hedgehog. Uh,
that was actually the most. Well, I did a mini but that was the second most recent cosplay that I did. And to be honest, I figured that because I was planning on going to this event. It's called Cosplayers on Ice here in Atlanta, and I I don't want to wear a costume that I've worn already. So I was like thinking about what to do. And literally, because most of my cosplays I make like a month in advance to like even the day before. Um, and I realized I had a blue shirt and a blue pants, and I was like, and a Sonic hat, and I was like, yo, I can be Sonic. So I was like, I literally put it on the day of, and I made like these little gold bracelets or whatever because I have like like leftover fabric and foam and all that stuff, obviously. And I had these shoes and I just put red fabric over them. And I was like, well, that's my Sonic. And that was that. So, I really, because I love Sonic. Like, I love Sonic. Like, I don't want to seem like, I don't want to nerd out right now, but I really do love Sonic.
Feel free to if you want to. Feel free.
Like, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the one with Tails, was the first game I ever played. So I have like a really like close attachment to like Sonic because I've been playing video games since I was like born. Basically, I came out the womb playing video games, but that was the first game I played, and I just always hold like a special attachment to that. And we had other Sonic games, like we had Sonic Hedgehog 3, we had Sonic and Knuckles, we had the original Sonic the Hedgehog, we had Sonic Adventure, I've had Sonic Advance, la la la, the list goes on. But like, I guess Sonic in general, like, and I used to draw the characters too. I used to draw Sonic all the time, Tails, and other characters too, like Amy Rose. But Sonic, I don't know, like I can't explain why Sonic holds like a special place in my heart, but I think it's just because like it's more than nostalgia, and not just that, like it's been such a huge part of my life. Like, and this is going to music. I discovered this artist called Charles Hamilton. I don't know if you know about him, but like he basically like raps over. Well, he used to like rap over Sonic beats because he believes that Sonic is a part of him. He has like a mixtape called Sonic the Hamilton and all that stuff. Like he's like you should look him up. But like anyway, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, like that also was like a huge part because it's like that's how I discovered him, through Sonic. And like I've always said, I want to have a Sonic, like I want to have like I'm the Amy Rose, and I want to have a Sonic, So I don't know. It's always been like such a huge part of my life. Like I just love Sonic so much. So I was like, why not cosplay? So.
So were you playing like what systems were you playing it on first?
What was you said?
No, what systems were you playing? Were you playing the Sonic games on? I'm curious.
Oh, gosh, Sega Genesis. Okay. That was like ice back then. And when I got, I didn't have a Dreamcast, but I used to play Dreamcast whenever I went over friends' houses, and I would play like the Sonic Adventure 2 and all that stuff on there. And because Sonic hasn't been on like multiple systems, like all that much. It's just Sega and like recently Nintendo. But like yeah, and I used to play Sonic Advance on the Game Boy. Pretty sure it's the Game Boy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I
think I still have that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I wish I had it. That was fun.
I didn't do a great job on Sonic games. Like, or before I go into this, like, do you have like a favorite memory of Sonic games?
A favorite memory?
Yeah, if it got to a point where you couldn't beat something but you still tried anyway, or just something about
yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, there's been multiple. Sorry, I have two stories. I don't know if you want me to tell them both. But one story was in Sonic 3, Sonic Hedgehog 3, there is a level where, like, it's called Carnival Zone or something like that. Like, it's the carnival. Like, and there's this one part where, like, and I think it's called, like, the Barrel of Doom. Like, you can search it on YouTube. But, when I was little, like when I was growing up, I didn't know how the heck to get over that thing. And to this day, I've never beaten it because of that.
Wait, is that the one? Where it shoots you around or something? Is that?
Yeah, it's like it spins, and you have to like circle it and like jump up. It's I don't know. You have to like look at it, but like it was like when I was little, I didn't know what because back then there was really no cheat. there wasn't like you could look up something on YouTube and it's there how to beat it, or like it's not in like the instruction manual. Like back then they didn't really have all that.
Nope.
So it's like you like tough luck. So
I think the most you got then, it was like in the back of the instruction booklets there had this section where you could write down notes for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it.
Exactly.
Because I think for me, like it was might have Sonic Hedgehog 2. I don't know if it's Chemical Plant Zone. I don't know. Is that something? Is that?
Oh yeah, Chemical Plant Zone.
I cannot beat the second half of that one to save my life. When you go underwater.
Really? Have you never beat that?
As many years I've been trying, I've had it on Sega Genesis, the PS2, the PS3. Still can never beat it.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Because like
I could.
I can't.
Go ahead.
No, it's like because I get to the point, like I get to the checkpoint, then it's like when you go underwater, I'm like, okay, you're supposed to go back above the water. I can halfway do it. I think one time I got above it and then I died and I was like, I quit.
Oh
and
wow.
That was maybe about 2 years ago. So I was like, still can't do it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, you said you had a second story?
Oh, it was a really weird story because Sonic 3D Blast. I don't know if you remember that game.
Yes. I do.
But that game was super hard, by the way. But I don't remember what we did. This was back when we were like living in Florida, and I was really young. I remember we were playing it like on a really small TV and everything. Like this is so long ago, and there was like we did something, and then like some cheat thing came up, like to where you could like pick the level that you want to go to. And I still to this day, like we matched some buttons and it happened, but like yeah, and I just thought that was really cool because it's like, whoa, we don't know what we just did, but we can go to literally any level and like choose the level that we want to go to. That was really cool.
You found like the hidden Konami code in Sonic.
Basically.
Oh. And I didn't ask you something when you asked me about conventions. You asked me like what were like my favorite. Do you have like a preference of ones that you like going to?
I've only been to 3 conventions, so I don't know. But my favorite is MomoCon because of the animation and how diverse I guess it is, and I also like the people that I've like met there, like the celebrities that go there, and also the people that I meet. But like, was it 2014? I met Bob Paulson. And yeah, like I was tripping out because like I've always been obsessed with voice actors and everything, like because as long as I can remember, and I know Rob Paulson to be like a god. So like I met him and I showed, and also Tress McNeil was there. I didn't get her autograph. I should have, but I like they were there for like this Animaniacs thing, Animaniac channel. But like before they were like signing autographs, and I had drawn this Animaniacs thing even before I even knew that he was gonna be there. But I had this Animaniacs thing. But when I found out that he was coming, I printed it out, and he signed it, and he was like, "Wow, Tori!" Like he was staring at my drawing. He was like, "Wow, Tori, this is amazing! Like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like this. Like, you're really talented." And I was like tripping out. Like I was like, is this happening? Like he's telling me that my thing is amazing. I was tripping out. Like to this day, I still can't believe that happened. Like, oh my god, one of the best voice actors ever. Just complimenting my artwork, like it's crazy.
Do you ever listen to his podcast?
No, I didn't know he had a podcast.
Yeah, it's called Talking Tunes with Rob Paulson. He has like a lot of voice actors and actresses on, and some.
Oh my gosh, like who?
Like so many, because I haven't listened to it in a while. But the last one was too. He had Steve Bloom has been on a few times.
Oh my god.
He keeps wanting to get Frank Welker, but Frank doesn't want to do it because
Frank Welker needs to do
it. For some reason, he says Frank kind of like, I think Frank's very modest, but he keeps wanting to get him on but it's like Frank's like, no, nobody wants to hear me. He's like, yeah, people want to hear you.
No, I want to hear him.
Um,
He's God.
then of course, Maurice LaMarche, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Devin,
was also there at the company.
and what's that? Jess Harnell. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, oh gosh. I want to say Corey Burton and Josh. I am drawing. Oh, of course, Phil Lamar and other people. Like
Oh my God, I am obsessed with
he
Phil Lamar.
he Phil is one of my favorite voice actors. Like it's
Right.
him with. I mean, of course,
Him and Cree Summer are like,
yes.
yes.
I forgot Kevin Michael Richardson. Okay, I was trying to think of his name.
Oh, I love Kevin Michael Richardson.
Yeah, actually, you said Cree. His episode with Cree is really good. She talks about like her spanning career, so I think he would like it.
Yeah, I just,
He has like a very long backlog catalog of episodes of like
mm,
a lot of free ones, but now most of the full length ones now are like ones from like shows they do, but he's doing starting to do stuff through on Patreon now, and it's like if you want to hear the full episode, you can help him produce the
yeah.
show. But if you go back on iTunes, there are full length episodes with people, and I know he had one with Charlotte Fulton, Dwayne McDuffie's wife, because she talked about Dwayne, and I really wish Dwayne was still here, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Sure.
but I know I didn't just really ask you like I know we have a few minutes left, but like your arts, like what kind of like what is like your like preferred art style? What do you enjoy about producing art?
Well, my preferred art style is, I don't even know how to explain it because it's just my own. I've like evolved. Like when you're an artist, you really just like you just evolve into your own art style. At least when you're like, I think in my opinion, like a successful artist. Um, but like from like I said, I've been drawing since I was like little, and I've always loved like anime and all that stuff. I used to like do a lot of like anime. Like I can like show you sometimes, but like I used to do a lot of anime based drawings. Like my style was anime, just like hands down. But like I said, when I started taking it seriously around like junior year and all that stuff, um, my style switched because I mean I like anime, but like I feel like a lot of people like really like anime to the point where like that's all they would draw. And I feel like with anime, there's not a lot of like I guess versatility. Because most people are like, I want to be a mangaka, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, in case you didn't know, like a mangaka is like a person who like makes a manga, but that's not what I wanted to be. That's fine if you want to be a mangaka, but that's not what I wanted to be. So, I switched my art style, and now like it's just I don't even know how to explain it. It just is what it is. But like now though, I focus mostly, and this has just been a recent thing, like over like the past year, I would say. Um, I've been drawing mostly people of color because it makes like me as a black woman, it makes me feel good because it's like we don't get to see ourselves, in the media. That's not something we have the luxury of doing. We don't get to see, like, oh, there's so many like there's like I don't know if you remember like just like a month ago or so, like they did like the Wiz live,
Yes.
and it was all black cast. And people were like, "Oh, there's an all black cast, like that's racist." Blah, blah, blah. And even like Beyonce, she just performed, and like her thing was all black women, and people are like, "Oh, that's racist." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not. But yet you have like all these white people, like you literally have multiple movies, multiple shows, multiple like even there's anime with like not even like a dark skinned person in sight, even though there are dark and Asian people out there. But anyway, that's a whole other story. Um, and yet people, the moment like black people or even people of color in general want to do something that's just them, the white people they just like, oh my god, like that's racist, and it blows my mind. It really does. So it's like this is not to like attack white people or anything. Like I don't, they can do whatever like that's their decision. But me as a black woman, that I connect with, having more representing more cultures and more even sexualities, more genders and all that stuff. So like that's just been my associate with my artwork. And um I'm in the process of creating a comic. So and that's gonna be based on four girls of color. But I'll let you know more about that later.
Yeah, sure.
But it's really interesting though, but I'll let you know more about that when it's like in progress more. But anyway, um yeah, that's been my focus on my artwork lately. It's just promoting um like the love of different cultures and I guess informing people about different cultures and just basically letting the world know like not everybody has to be the default like white thing, like it can be like other things. So like yeah, and I really enjoy that. I just really that's been like my passion with my artwork, and I really really enjoy that.
Yeah, because I enjoy your work because like I saw when I found your YouTube channel, like you have some of your videos like showing you your working in progress.
Hmm.
So I watched, I think, like maybe a couple of those. And I was like, yeah, like this
I
is.
need to start making those.
Uh, I like seeing the process
Yeah.
of just like watching, from going from like the white screen into finished product, and like just seeing the detail and everything. And yeah, I'm a writer. I can't draw to save my life, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep you in mind to whenever I finally get a book finished, whenever that comes, like to work with you. So, but is there anything? Oh, before I forget, you said art. I know you were doing pieces for 29 Days of Black Cosplay. So,
Yeah, I was. I've been so busy like lately. I've been like in and out all around, so I haven't finished it obviously. But
mhm.
yeah, I started, but I need to finish. But I really want to go ahead and finish that. But you can check out my Instagram handle at Torimani Art. Um, my Tumblr torimaniart.tumblr.com. And even it's like I still need to finish the 29 Days of Black Cosplay thing, but for the time being, I have like black versions of like that's what I do sometimes is I do black versions of like popular shows. Like I did Black Dexter's Lab, I did Black House Girls. I got like 17,000 notes on Tumblr. I was like, yo, it's crazy.
Gotcha.
I did I did like a Black Starfire with vitiligo and a Indian raven. Um, I did like a Black Daria. Like I've done like so many. You have to check it out. Just look at my handle
Mm.
at Torimani.
Yeah, and I'll be sure to include the links in the video description so everyone who wants to check out your work, and I really highly recommend that everybody does that. But
Yeah, like please check it out.
mhm.
That'd be
And
great.
I have like one more question for you, and it's
Go ahead.
about cosplay. Like, and I always kind of like love asking this question. Like, so if money was no object or whatsoever, what would you do for a cosplay?
Like what cosplay would I do if
Yeah,
money wasn't an issue?
yeah. If money wasn't an issue, like if you could just say, I
God,
can do it.
that is the hardest question because it's like I have so many cosplays in like order that I can't afford at the moment. But um, if money wasn't an option,
Or if not cosplay, a project you want to do.
well, I would create the comic book. I don't really have the funds to like make it like published or anything, but I would definitely publish it. But but that's art wise. Cosplay wise, I really want to do like a female cyborg,
Okay.
but I know like that would cost a lot of money because of like a lot of armor. So the thing is like I would do like full out. Like I would do like the LED light. I would do like make sure like everything's fully functional and everything. And it was like it would just be like so cool.
Uh,
So I guess that's what I would do. I mean, like I don't know. I have like a long list of stuff that I want to do, but I think I've always wanted to do a female cyborg, but yeah, if money wasn't an issue, but Lord knows it's gonna cost like $1,000.
Right. Right, I understand. But thank you for coming on, Tori. And is there anything else you want to share with the interwebs before we let you go?
Yeah. Follow me. And if you ever want any artwork, hit me up on the links and everything, and I'll definitely get back to you and draw something nice for you. I would really like that. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, no problem.